Hello everyone, this is Cthulhuigi and welcome to part 1 of Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. This has actually been the first Let's Play in a while. I didn't have to wait forever for the title screen to show up, although sort of got around it this time by completely ignoring the concept of a title screen, even though it didn't have a 20-minute intro like everything else. Anyway, this is the first real Zelda game I've Let's Played. I did Link's Crossbow training a while back, but that was the spinniest of all spin-offs ever. It had well, it did have some similarities to the actual series, but this is Majora's Mask.
In the land of
Training
Hyrule, there echoes a legend. A legend held dearly by a royal family.
Sure why they got that narrator.
A boy after battling evil, leaving Hyrule crept away from the land that made him legend.
Super Mario Sunshine. Is it like the law that the sequels to groundbreaking
Done with the battles, he made across time, he embarked on a journey, a secret and personal journey.
And then none of the other sequels in that series can ever be
A
as good
journey,
as that one that
a
came
beloved
immediately after the
and
first N64
invaluable
game.
friend.
Evidently so. Evidently so.
A friend with whom
like when that one
he
prick tried
parted
to let's
ways
play Banjo-Tooie and started off without any introduction, just sort of tried to read aloud the cutscenes. What a jerk. Anyway, after the mandatory, way too long intro sequence explaining the story that has no pertainings at all to the actual game, finally we get to watch a cutscene, and this is a fairly long cutscene, but not as long as it could have been, I guess. Not as bad as most of the other Zelda games, although Ocarina of Time was pretty good in this regard too. It had some problems, but basically these two are the ones I grew up with, and they pretty much happen to be the only Zelda games that don't start off with like 20-minute PowerPoints about how there used to be a golden land, but then a demon ate it. Anyway, there's gonna be some more talking voiceovers pretty soon, so I'll be quiet for those, but I'm not exactly sure when they're showing up. Think about now. Yep. Okay, so I'll let you listen to this.
The two fairies are great. I wonder if he has anything good on him. Huh? This guy? Well, that shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah, that really seemed like a bad choice. You'd think they'd spend the money on getting voice actors on, like, putting in a 5th dungeon or something. Yeah, I think one of the main complaints for this game is that, besides the fact it was an Ocarina of Time, which is a major detriment to most Zelda games, I think, it was kind of short dungeon-wise, although it just had like a billion side quests in between mostly the second and third ones, and the fourth one, and to some extent the first one. Feels longer than most other games. I like how he's trying to hide it after stealing it. Okay, I guess he's just playing keep away or something, but... Okay, how does baby Epona run with a young Link attached to its leg? I wasn't even able to carry him in Ocarina of Time. I guess she's gotten slightly older since then or something. I'm sort of unclear on the timeline. But if she can't run at all with something that seems like it would be relatively light, like adult Zora, I don't know, I assume they're filled with a system of ladders instead of heavy things like muscles and bones. I don't know, that just sort of bothered me when I saw it again while playing through this earlier. And of course, the only other time I've played through this completely was when I was a little baby, or at least a few years ago. Okay, finally we get to control Link, and he's pretty decked out with all his crap from the middle of Ocarina of Time. Again, I'm sort of unclear on how the whole timeline works here, but he has the Kokiri sword and the Hyrule shield, which he is inexplicably able to wield normally, or... yeah. I'm going to mispronounce things probably, mostly IEs and EIs, because those are pronounced differently every time ever, but, and also this shield looks weird to me. I think they, like, changed the symbol on it because it looked like something potentially offensive or something. I don't get what the deal is not here. Yeah, why? Does he do that all the time? Did I just forget that happened? I really don't remember him being quite so acrobatic. And in what I've played to practice up to this point, I don't really remember him doing that one jumping around later, so I don't know what's going on. And oh no, he fell into N64 Rainbow Road. I can only make out some of these. There's like a badly drawn Zora, badly drawn... I guess that cookie thing is supposed to be a Goron. Way to have spoilers. Weird portal dumping out from the Lost Woods. Anyway, more voice-overing.
What's with that dumb horse of yours? It doesn't listen to a word that's said to it. There's no point in writing a thing like that. So you did you a favor and got rid of it. Oh, boo-hoo. I just thought I'd have a little fun with you. Oh, come on. Do you really think you can beat me like that?
So in retrospect, while totally breaking the mood of this scene, I think this sort of started the Zelda series long-running trend, which occurred in this and Twilight Princess, and I don't know, the Capcom games probably snuck it in somewhere on the basis they were made by Capcom. But yeah, there's like sort of trippy cutscenes. I know there were a couple of those in Twilight Princess, but they're sort of like the focal point here and probably why this is my favorite Zelda game and why I'm Let's Playing it before the super inferior ones like all the other
That
ones.
doesn't look for you. You'll stay here looking that way forever.
Yeah, good times. Anyway, this water is kind of weird. I find that sort of funny, how Tattle rams or something. Anyway, yeah, adding fairies as important characters instead of navigation systems was a good idea, right? Yeah. Looks like he did leave without you. So, I don't know if it was popular opinion or just nerdular opinion or opinion of my one strategy guide, but heard something complaining about how Tattle's worse than Navi on the basis that she's not polite or outright rude and kind of antagonistic. But anyway, this water is clearly deep, or at least weird looking, but you can walk around on it, or like your boot, I don't know, are his ankles Jesus or something? And I don't think this has any purpose, but you can test out the Deku's special ability there before it's useful at all if you want to. And basically, you open up the door, and this area is completely pointless. I think there's like a secret chest you can get some Deku nuts in, but I don't care about Deku nuts. Okay, yes, shut up. I don't need any help. I have internets and stuff. It's weird how these sort of like started the tradition of freaking games holding your hands through everything and forcing you to figure out what the plot is instead of just skipping it all. Also, on the basis of going totally off topic before the first part of this Let's Play is even over, I'd like to say I've been playing Fallout 3 a lot recently, and I really like the freedom in that. You can just totally skip parts of the main quest by knowing where to go ahead of time. That was pretty cool. Anyway, I think there's like a secret in here that you can get from going over there or something that direction. Last time I did I couldn't figure out where I was supposed to go exactly, so I'm not going to bother with that drama and just head over the way you're supposed to go. Okay, so when I first saw that, and I imagine, I don't know if it was when I was a kid, but just when I was playing a few hours ago, I thought the undead tree thing over there was supposed to be the one saying, hey, come over here and talk to me, but oh well, a better way of teaching about Z-targeting than that stupid girl on top of the Shavan-Kokiri forest. It's strange with it. Yes, that is rather depressing. I think it shows up in the credits, but oh no, we entered the forest temple. Why did it happen? Why wasn't it even synced up on any of the sides? bothers me too much. But anyway, pretty much the best music in the entire series here. If you really want, you can see how DQ interacts with non-magic floaty water. He hops around and then drowns if he jumps more than 5 times or something. Better off than Goron and regular Link, but not by a whole lot.